My mother, who's 5 feet 1 inches tall, in a nanosecond, doesn't hesitate, gets up, walks up to him and slaps him across the face. So when I was growing up in Delhi as a teenager, my mother was teaching at the American school, and then she started a fashion business in 1968 onwards.
Anthropology is not a very fashionable thing to do.
But she was studying tribal Indian women's art. And she then pivoted from that into Indian ethnic, 1970, way before Indian export happened. And she packed 2 suitcases in 1972 and went to Paris and convinced 3 fashion houses to buy her designs. Anyway, long story short, she gets very successful very quickly, and she buys a piece of land outside Delhi in what later is Gurgaon, and is going to build herself a farmhouse getaway, and some developer is chasing her to buy it from her, and she doesn't want to sell. So one day I'm home, I'm 14 years old, this big burly gentleman comes to the gate, he wants to see my mother. She says no. He tells the guard, please 5 minutes, never will bother her again. I then try to tell her, she says, okay, send him in. So I'm there, he comes in, sits down in the living room across from her, I'm at the door, and he says, ma'am, here's a blank check and a piece of paper, please, we need your land. She says, look, I don't want to sell. He says, whatever number you want to put. She says, not about the money, I don't want to sell. He says, ma'am, I can't leave without your signature. Now he gets a little more belligerent. She's pretty firm. She says, no, I'm not going to sell. He says, I cannot leave without your signature. She says, I'm sorry. He then leans back like this, and he's wearing a blazer. He's a big burly guy, and he has a gun tucked in his waist. I'm standing at the door. I'm 14 only, but I'm still big enough. And I'm thinking, should I call the guard? Should I jump him? Is he bluffing? What should I do? My mother, who's 5 feet 1 inches tall, in a nanosecond, doesn't hesitate, gets up, walks up to him and slaps him across the face. And says, how dare you come to my house and first you try to bully me, and now you're trying to threaten me to force me to give you my land, get out of here. He ran out of there so fast he forgot his checkbook. And I asked her afterwards, I'm like, and I am ashamed of that story because I was frozen. I mean, she says, yes, I was scared, but just because you're scared doesn't mean you do nothing.